I am Vactor, and this is The Way. Welcome back to the Vactorverse. I'm going to be starting some new Star Wars content on this channel, and what better way to kick it off than Season 3 of The Mandalorian, Episode 1, The Apostate.
This is the way.
Although this was a super short episode, it packed a punch. They got a lot of stuff in there, a lot of lore covered in here, and I'm really excited to see where this season goes with the episodic format of kind of the, all right, this is your quest of the week. We got that. We got some action, and we got some Mandalorian vibes. We got some Mandalorian lore. So I could not be more pleased. Spoilers, if you haven't seen this episode, go watch it on Disney Plus and come back. But like I said, I could not be more pleased. As I was watching Grogu, as I was watching Din Djarin.
Mando, I heard you were back.
All of the characters that returned from the previous season. And it's been 2 years since the last episode of Mando. I could not believe that when I actually looked it up. But we did get him a little bit in the Book of Boba Fett. That was the best episodes of Book of Boba Fett when Mando showed up. But I really loved this first episode. So starting off with the armor.
This is the way.
This ceremony. And I thought it was actually Din Djarin for a second. I thought it was a flashback. But no, it's a new foundling, I should say. And Mando had to come in and save the day. Could not be happier when I saw Grogu's head pop up. And now that I have a almost 2-year-old son, it's fantastic to me to see the work they've done with Grogu. He moves like a young child, and he acts like a young child. So I'm seeing Grogu around my house all the time now, and it just made me happy to see him.
I'm happy to see you too.
So I'm really pleased to have Grogu back in my life. But once they got to Navarro, this new Navarro, we saw High Magistrate KARGA.
That's High Magistrate KARGA to you.
Love seeing Carl Weathers, seeing him back again, seeing the little Kowakian monkey lizards. And we saw it in the trailer, but I love Salacious CRUMB. CRUMB is my favorite character in Star Wars, or I should say one of my favorite characters. Seeing the little Kowakian monkey lizards was fun. And then also seeing the little hey! Those were fantastic. The little Babu Fricks. And I even heard the Babu Frick actor. So I haven't confirmed that yet, but I heard the voice. No hey-heys. But that was fantastic. And then Grogu's interaction with the little Babu Frick.
Not a pet.
I loved it. You know, IG-11 was something that I was kind of disappointed in. Obviously it's going to be some type of a quest for Din to bring him back. But when I heard Taika's voice, and I was like, oh yeah, IG-11's coming back. But as he defaulted back to his original programming and turned into a murder bot, that was not the way. But man, they did some fantastic work with all of the different pirates, the different alien species. It felt like Star Wars again. Felt like we were back in the thick of things. I saw Jon Favreau wrote this episode, directed it, and him and Dave Filoni just doing a fantastic job, really keeping the torch lit for Star Wars, and all of the things with Clone Wars, Bad Batch, Rebels, all of the animated stuff, and now Mandalorian. It's really a great time to be a Star Wars fan. And like I said, I'm going to be covering some more comic books content on this channel, so stay tuned if you're into Star Wars, The High Republic, any of the new stuff that's coming out in the comic world. I'm going to be covering that on this channel. And then weekly recaps of The Mandalorian. But it ended with a nice little Mandalorian moment. And like I said, the thing that's going to be really interesting to me, besides all the, each episode seems like it's going to be some type of a quest, some type of a fetch quest for Mando, and that's fine for episodic television. But the overall story, the overarching plot line of him getting restored back to Mandalorian status, and this cult that has broken off versus Bo-Katan and kind of the original history of Mandalore. All that stuff fascinates me. Everything with Mandalore and the Mandalorians, the history, and then the cult that has splintered off. All of those things fascinate me. So just hearing more about that was really, really keeping me going. So you had some great action in this episode. You had some great lore from the Mandalorian side. I could not be more pleased. There was even kind of a little Cara Dune explanation of why we're not going to see her anymore. So that was kind of fun. I really loved this episode of The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 1. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Was this episode too short? Was there not enough action? Not enough Grogu popping his head out? Hey, come on. He used a force to grab a little piece of candy. How could you not love that, man? I can't say enough about this episode. I'm going to be rewatching it again, but these are just my initial thoughts on The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1, The Apostate. So what did you think? Leave your comments down below, and I will be back with some more Star Wars content very soon.